Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hump Day? It's Hump Day.
It's Wednesday.
This week, we're just kind of grinding through this week, you know?
It's Wednesday.
Had a big weekend of going out and made for a real slow start of the week.
Yeah, so we left the pod Sunday night and you were heading out to an Oscar party.
Yeah, just with my A-list friends, you know?
Whose party was it again?
It was Jay-Z's party.
Yes.
And it was pretty cool. I don't know how much I can really tell you. You know, they like, we prefer not to really talk about, you know, our events.
Okay.
But we had a great time.
Yeah.
You know, collectively.
I saw just from, you know, the gossip rags, Rihanna was there.
She sure was.
Looks like A$AP Rocky, Diddy.
All of them, yep.
And as he continues the party circuit, Jeff Bezos,
Lauren Sanchez. Just
why didn't you get a picture with Bezos? I asked for that picture.
Literally, they warned you so many times, and when you walked in, there was a sign. If you even pulled out your phone, you're getting tackled.
But there were pictures from the party because there were people posting shit.
Well, guess who's not invited back?
Yeah.
Those people.
Yeah. I'm sure A$AP Rocky will be fine.
I will be there next year. Rocky might not make it. Yeah, it was super strict. No pic, and literally every second was like, you probably could have picked up your phone, swirled around in a circle, and sold that for $200,000.
yeah. And you would have been beat up on the way out.
Yeah. So depending on your situation, might be worth it.
Yeah.
Bezos was there. Lauren Sanchez was working the room.
Amazing.
And it was absolutely, in all seriousness, absolutely insane. I've lived here for 13. I said this kind of about the Rock Nation brunch, and it was, I'm not kidding, probably 10 times as insane.
Yeah.
I've lived here for 13 years, maybe 14. Really think that there's probably no celebrity like interaction that would really surprise me now. I was completely wrong. Yeah. That was insane. Yeah. I felt like I was in Twilight Land.
So now you feel like these A-listers are actually friends with each other?
We're all friends with each other, yeah. No, you know what I was saying that's really funny is you get to see. So the only thing I knew to compare it to was both of your guys' wedding receptions.
Sans Jeff Bezos.
Right, but except for like Jeff Bezos
and all A-list.
But like I'm trying to think of who
Jeff Bezos is Ali Fakari.
He's like Ali Fakari. That's what I was going to say. and like you see, so it feels like you're at like a wedding reception.
So Jeff Bezos is short.
That's what it comes to. Yeah. It feels like you're at a wedding reception. Everyone was dancing because everyone knew like there's no cameras. But my point is. You get to see the dynamic between how does Jay-Z act at his own party? How does Travis Scott act? What's Kanye doing? How does Lauren Sanchez act in comparison to how Jeff Bezos acts?
Yeah.
Who's running the party circuit? You know?
Yeah. I can guess that one.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because I think the reason why it completely blew my mind was because I've never been in a situation where people like that weren't aware that they are those people, like aware that people are watching.
Yeah.
And in that place, it literally felt like no one was watching, no one was surprised. Like they had cigarettes and like I would go to the bathroom and the people that were outside like crouched on the curb smoking cigarettes talking, you're like, wow, like you can't even believe that you're seeing that, but nobody cares because they're just truly around us, which is why I won't disclose.
Right.
You know.
Did you see people with the Oscar trophies?
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw, you know who was walking around with his trophy? I think this is fine. We talked about him on Sunday night, but the guy who did Hair Love.
Yeah.
Which my dad.
Matthew Cherry?
I was walking out right behind him and I was like, man, I'm going to just say like, hey, congratulations, man. That's so cool. But I was like, whatever. I don't want to, I'm going to act like I've been here before. And then my dad heard our podcast on Sunday and told me that he went to University of Akron.
No way.
Yeah. So
and
that was my second time blowing the Akron connection. I did it with LeBron, and now I did it with Matthew Cherry.
Yeah, now this guy's going to be producing
he's
Avengers.
Going to be the next Coogler.
Jordan Peele,
Coogler, one of them.
Yeah, and there was my chance. So,
insane.
But yeah, it was truly nuts, and I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. So
it's interesting.
Things are different now. Me and my friends, you know, we move differently. So
where's the next party?
Put your phones down. Phone down, please.
All right, is Bezos going to push it as far as being an All-Star Weekend this coming weekend? That would be insane.
I don't know. I would say no.
They don't have any NBA rights. It's just he's not going to be there.
But
NBA rights are up in 2 years.
And Lauren Sanchez dated an athlete, or was married to an athlete.
But he was a football player.
Yeah. I'm just saying, maybe she has athlete homies.
Yeah. I'm sure she has athlete homies. Well, I'm not worried about that.
Maybe she's saying, hey, Jeff, let's go see the old pal.
If the king invites Lauren Sanchez, hey, come to our party.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be there.
Okay.
That'd be
well,
amazing if he is.
Anyway, yep, live reporting from the field. Sorry, I don't have too much for you, but I'm just trying to make it to the next one.
See if the invite's still good.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I've already blown Dave Chappelle's whole set on this podcast. So whatever. Okay, next thing is we have gifts.
Yep.
What'd you get us? You finally show some respect.
I actually didn't do it. I wouldn't have gifted you guys anything.
I should have known.
To be clear. So Josh, our CEO from New Republic, who was here when he first started, which I think was in July, August?
It was probably 6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago. And we said that we would do a check-in
Yep.
on the business. And just so happens today we actually launched a new shoe also. So I figured it'd be a good time to talk about the shoe and more importantly, talk about how his last 6 months have been. I mean, he's still here.
Yes,
Here
so-
for one.
And he looks great.
Yeah,
He's
I will
shining.
say-
Aged a little bit.
If people think I have a big hat,
That's true.
His head fits his head, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's
your
the
head
problem.
just doesn't fit your head.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe you came on.
That's a
Like,
very
you know
good
what?
point.
Fuck it. I'll show you what a big head is. Yeah, so you're still here, still cranking. How's it going? Give us a
it's
little
great.
check-in.
Let's see. So
You listen to the podcast now. That's the first big.
I've listened to pretty much every single episode since I started, which, you know, I don't get enough talking to D every day, all day anyway. So I figured I might as well just listen to pod. I've been selling this podcast more than I've been selling New Republic.
Good.
Honestly, over the past 6 months. So everyone that I meet, just, you know, talking about converting them to Cathy's, which has
Amazing.
been great.
Thank you.
thank you.
As far as the brand goes, you know, we're really humming on all cylinders. So we launched to the public about a month ago now, where it was our first iteration beyond, you know, the Menlo community, which has been really fun and exciting. It's given us new opportunities and allowed us to start to see what new audiences can really look like. And we have a new website, which is really amazing. We have some great new products. We've been really investing very heavily in material, in the construction, like really high on the style and comfort element that we talked about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing about it is when I say that we launched this brand a month ago, there are people that are like, you know, I've been a massive fan of this brand for years.
Yeah.
And it was really surprising. I mean, 6 months ago even, I don't think I had that much of a reference or reason to feel this way. I walked in to a brand that has a cult following, didn't exist as a company.
Yeah.
It was just operated as an extension of, you know, the 5-4 entire organization, the umbrella, where you have designers and you have marketers and you have supply chain, you have logistics, and New Republic was just this like, hey, let's see if this can work, which I got to admit, I mean, one, it's a testament to D to build such a well-oiled machine here coming
Very
in.
well oiled.
In all
Greasy.
seriousness, like, it is so phenomenal how well this was run with 0 people involved. I mean, really, 0 like full-time employees. It's crazy to think.
So how was it ran? It just ran itself?
Yeah. It's just
Up until I started, it just magically happened. I
Yeah,
don't
like, you
know.
just did
still to
millions
this
of
day.
dollars.
It's just millions of dollars. And I walk in, I'm like, all right, where's the office? He's like, you can sit there. I don't know. And like now,
designer. We don't have one.
yeah, we don't
Sure,
have
you
one,
got
but
any
like you can
ideas?
use this guy, and like it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy,
Yeah.
right? And so I felt like I walked in. You know that scene in Blazing Saddles where they have the fake town?
These guys don't know what that is.
I've never
I
seen
know
it.
what it is.
Is this an
never
okay
seen
boomer moment for
Yeah,
D? This
I
could be
kn-
on the boomer
yeah.
Boomer of the
board.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like walking into, like, we have this company, and then you just realize, like, you open the door and it's just D there, and he's like, oh yeah, like, this works. And it's amazing because now what we've done is we've kind of caught up, and so we've built a team around us. We have designers, and we have, you know, infrastructure in place that we can take it to the next level. But we have so many learnings from, you know, this incubation period, I think they called it, and I mean, it's a really special, it's also, to me, it's validation of D being the guy behind the guy in fashion. I think he, to fans of this podcast, will exaggerate his influence, I think it's under.
Wow.
Thank you.
I honestly
Come
think
on.
it's
This,
under.
this is unbelievable.
How much? What did you?
This is officially my last time on the podcast, probably, but no, it has to be said. Honestly, it's pretty.
The irony is, I'm very humble.
Oh my God.
That's the irony.
In what universe?
I'm very, very humble. I don't even talk. I'm not whipping it out, showing you what I got.
You're whipping it out. If we're
You're not
using
whipping it out,
if
that
we're
is true.
Using
Yeah.
that equivalent,
Yeah.
you're Louis C.K. This is out all the time when you're on the phone, when you're in the hotel room.
That was it had to be said. I couldn't possibly be on this podcast without giving credit where credit's due. But I did also, I did not come empty-handed.
Nice.
Thank you.
So if you guys want to grab,
Mine's on top.
Yeah.
so I brought the new shoe that launches today. It's called the Apollo, and the idea is basically that it's the first shoe scientifically designed to mirror the feeling of walking on the moon.
Nice. And we get some freaking astronaut ice cream.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw this on social bubbling.
Yeah. Big bubble.
The gifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw some influencers. Brian Toll.
I haven't
Yeah.
had this since
Posted.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I get a confidential letter.
Yeah.
Check it
This
out.
is great. Does this tell me
Talk to me about the shoe. The shoe is really special.
So this is the first shoe that I designed from scratch, so I'm a little biased. I do think it is the sneaker of the year, however. But starting from the bottom, you have an EVA ultralight foam outsole, which makes the shoe like paper light. You have action leather on the outside, on the upper, right, which is going to be stain resistant. It's
Shit resistant.
it is shit resistant.
Literally, I stepped in shit and look at these shoes.
You're disgusting. Those are the shoes?
Exact shoe.
I like the letter.
Gosh.
The redacted lines.
Yeah.
Feels real official.
So speaking of D, I remember we talked about it on the pod earlier. D comes into my office a few days before Paris Fashion Week and goes, "Hey, like I'm heading over to Paris. Is there anything that I should be, putting on, trying out? Like as I'm, front row at the shows or standing in the back, at least I'll be wearing New Republic." Yeah. And I gave him a prototype of this product that was one of one. And I said, "Please take these and wear them. They're meant to be worn in transit. They're supposed to be like the perfect plane shoe that you could take from the plane to the, to the bar, whatever it is." I go, "Just bring them back in one piece." And what does D do?
He did. Covered in shit.
They came back.
I can't believe. I would give anything for the video of you bent over the bathtub cleaning the shit up your shoe because Josh asked you to please bring them back.
I said one job. You had one job to bring them back.
Great insoles. It seemed very good. This seems very lunar.
Thank you. So
Very
that's
moonlight.
a memory foam insole that's also perforated. So if you notice, what we added is the perforations in the bottom of the footbed and then also in the upper. What that does is it basically keeps the shoe incredibly cool. It's a Tencel liner, which is the same material that Allbirds uses for their tree runners. And, it's sustainably sourced. It's made of tree pulp. It's a really incredible fabric because what most people don't understand is that when a shoe's uncomfortable, chances are it's due to friction, that it gets really hot because you're in the shoe all day and you feel like your sock starts to sweat or whatever it is. And that's one of the most common reasons of discomfort. What this shoe does is basically allows for your foot to stay cool all day, which will keep it comfortable.
And like great to wear with no socks.
Yeah, it's
There's nothing
amazing.
richer than not
Oh my-
wearing
You
socks.
wear those with no socks?
I don't
Disgusting.
You are disgusting.
That's
Those
what this
things
is for.
Have been stepped in shit, and now your sweaty feet all in them.
So
My
D's
feet don't
basically
sweat.
walking in shit.
Like.
You're basically just a shit foot.
I mean,
We're gonna call you
wearing
shit
socks
foot.
is poor.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's actually checks out. I think it might be the opposite.
Is it?
I think if you looked around the world, I think.
Sorry, Taylor.
Did
Did
you-
you sell socks? Bernard, you sell socks.
Did you? Well, let's just solve it at Chateau at JC's party. Were there a lot of socks?
So many socks. Yeah, I think some people were wearing two.
There's no
Comfort.
one there wearing two socks.
Comfort and warmth.
Well, I will say the shoe looks great. I actually love the space theme because space is hot.
Space is
Space
very-
exploration.
Shout out to the
hot,
Space Force.
NASA shirts.
The official shoe of the Space
Space
Force.
Yeah.
Force. Yeah, maybe we could sell them to the government.
You got to
That'd be
get this
great.
to Elon.
Yeah.
Okay,
We really
good.
do need to get
Well,
into
thank you
Elon.
guys for the gift.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to try them out. They look really comfy.
Are you gonna
guys
wear 'em
nailed
with
it
socks?
with the. I will be wearing them with socks.
That's
Yep.
poor.
Anand, what about you?
I'll be in socks.
Thank you.
Anand probably has sweaty feet,
Thank you.
right?
I do have sweaty feet.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. I bet your living room area smells a little
and-
funky.
No, it smells
Just a-
great. I don't
just a
sweat on my
row
feet.
of shitty shoes. Anyway, okay.
We have a code too.
We
Discount.
do, that's right.
We don't offer discounts.
We do not
what's
offer
the
any
code? What do you
discounts,
get?
promotions, or
Free shipping.
sales.
Well,
But
that counts.
we couldn't just let the Cathys go, empty-handed as well. So we do have a free shipping code. It's launch. You type that into checkout, and you get free shipping in the Apollo. So that's, it's big savings. You can use it to buy some socks,
Sure.
put them on, maybe not wear them.
Or maybe
Yeah.
some fungal foot fungus cream. You
Yeah,
know,
for
whatever
sure.
you're into, whatever direction you decide to go. Some anti-odor spray.
We'll
But I
share
will
the
say,
code.
we've been selling out of our product really fast. It's been a good problem, but a problem nonetheless. So if you are going to buy a pair, I recommend getting them soon.
We have Corona problems.
We
Yeah,
also
yeah,
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are Corona free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Every shoe you buy, we donate 50 masks.
That's a lot. You just made that up. Now you have to do it. Now Josh has to do it.
Now I'm going to be going
literally
back,
just saw Josh
figuring out
instantly
how
get
I'm going to be
stressed.
donating.
And masks are sold out.
What?
They're sold out everywhere.
No one's ever
Can I
gonna
buy mask credits? Is that a thing? Can I
don't
just
know.
Like
offset
carbon
my
credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll tell us tomorrow.
You're
it looks
mask net neutral. Corona net neutral.
mask
We're not
credits?
adding more Corona. We're just keeping it where it's at.
Like. Okay.
But the Corona problems you're alluding to is, like most manufacturers in apparel, shoes, everything's done in China, or a lot's done in China, and factories are closed.
They're like literally not open yet. They were supposed to open on Monday after the Chinese New Year, and most factories we have spoken to have not even shown up or have any sense of when they're going to even show back up.
And the ones that are responding are basically saying it's delayed indefinitely.
Okay.
This might be our last spare shoes.
Might be our-
So
Hold on your Apollo.
yeah.
those are going to be on StockX in about 3 weeks. There's only 16 pairs left in the world.
That's good. Okay. Well, thank you, man. Thanks for the gift and thanks for the rundown and congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see how it performs.
And if you walk in shit.
Oh, just don't walk in shit.
I mean, if you live in San Francisco, these are great shoes for you. A lot of shit.
Shit proof.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for some news?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Equifax. We talked about this Equifax breach months ago, where there was a security breach. A lot of people's information got taken. It's been this whole thing. It now looks like 4 members of China's military have been indicted over it. Why? What's going on? Why is the military indicted in a...
It's funny. I think that the way the American government is positioning it is that China, these 4 rogue Chinese military people.
they were rogue, huh?
Yeah.
Just like the Khashoggi guys?
Yes.
Got it.
And I just think Chinese government sponsored this attack.
Of course.
And the American government doesn't want to make that public because that sounds crazy that the Chinese government hacked 150 million Americans' credit reports.
China is just taking L's left and right.
Yeah, I think the karma's catching up.
This is
Yeah.
all state-sponsored terrorism.
Yeah.
It's just cyber terrorism. It's not the terrorism that you see in the movies.
Yeah.
And I think what is important to know is every country's doing this. So it's not just China, it's China. The US, there was just a bombshell that came out today that they invested in this company called Crypto AG that no one knew that was owned by the US. It was shipping out of Europe. They were selling equipment to Iran, North Korea, all these different countries, and the US was able to hack everyone. So every country's doing this. It's just who's the best at it. So the US, I mean, we don't know because we're not in the espionage
We've got to
business.
be pretty good.
I'm sure the US is good. Russia's very good.
But Russia is still a poor country, whereas we're winning.
Russia's got
We're
the
living
belt, though.
good.
I'd say if someone has the championship belt, it's Russia.
But their people live like shit.
I'm just
That's
saying,
fine,
when
but
you talk about hacking, you talk about, you
they
say Russian
interfere with
names.
2 back-to-back elections on the three-peat.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they've
they're
done
good.
their job on. We've done our job on elections too. I'm sure we've.
But they're authoritarian. It doesn't matter what the election is. Putin wins.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
90% of the vote.
Not
That's
their
true.
election. I'm sure in elections around the world, America is doing pretty fucking well.
I'm
Yeah, but all
sure
the ones
too.
that matter, it doesn't even...
Yeah, you're just saying the U.S. isn't leaving the tracks the way other countries.
Russia's just sloppy.
They
As
left
far
us with a
as
reality star.
As far as espionage goes, isn't it the best one that is never caught?
Yeah.
That's fair.
And U.S. never really.
We never hear about U.S. espionage, probably because
But
we're
we
great
would
at
never
it.
hear about it.
I think people
they're-
would just disappear.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
they could be talking about it somewhere else. Like, oh, the U.S. hacked us. We
Yeah,
never
that's
hear
what-
about it.
No, there'd be some woke person just outing just people here.
I don't know.
Well,
If you-
Snowden did. We were hacking
Yeah, we all just said, like-
every president, chancellor, or chancellor from Germany,
Yeah.
Angela Merkel. We were hacking her phones.
Yeah, we don't care. It was a good news.
And now
week.
he's gone.
Snowden is.
Yeah.
but it was like
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. We get caught, we make it disappear. You get a hot Joe Rogan podcast, and then you're out of here.
We never see you again.
And he's living in Russia.
Yeah. Okay. How about this one? Did you guys see this reality TV producer?
You're a big reality TV guy.
Yeah. Well, my career path didn't quite work out like hers.
Yeah.
She is like calling the shots at this Saudi $300 billion fund. She has very little, I mean, next to nothing formal finance training. She's not
Yeah.
exactly a finance person.
She didn't run like Goldman Sachs or anything.
No. And then there's this article in the Wall Street Journal about her because, people are frustrated within the fund and there's this whole thing. But like, how does someone like this, she looks like a pretty lady. Did she
She's
just
very
use,
pretty.
did her prettiness get her to,
What do you think? You think that's ever worked?
The woke crowd's coming.
I don't know about that.
Okay, check out her Instagram because she looks like she
Bikini pics?
belongs on Revolve Around the World.
Okay.
Not next to the head of the Saudi
Yep.
Arabian investment
That seems
public
to me
investment fund.
like gender norms or whatever. Seems like
And-
you're gender norming.
I do a lot of everything.
Got it.
So this particular official has become very close to her. Spotted on a yacht trip with her. Spotted all over
On MBS's yacht.
on BS's yacht.
Who
spotted
is the crown prince of Saudi, basically drives all the decision making, both politically, financially, everything.
spotted hanging out with Mayoshi's son, who's the head of SoftBank. Spotted having dinner with the president of the fund. She's everywhere. She's a real lifestyle. She makes Jeff Bezos look like stay-at-home mom.
I mean, this should be like the way that we would look, like the way you look up to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Or maybe, a great business leader, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
This is how IG models, I mean, you have a hero.
Yes.
How about she's only 35?
Only 35. She would claim she was a producer. I looked it up. She was an associate producer on Courtney and Chloe in New York. Okay.
That's it?
That's it. It's really interesting because you have this very powerful fund. She's apparently been helping U.S. companies get access to this Saudi money. And that has driven a lot of people in the fund. Like, why is this woman who's not officially working here? So the way it works is if you're, let's call it like, pick a company in America, it's private, Airbnb, and you need money from the Saudi fund, and you so happen to know this woman,
Yeah.
she'll then arrange an introduction into the fund, and she'll take like a cut. She'll say, give me 2% of whatever you raise, you give it to me as a fee.
Gosh, I wish I was a hot chick.
Yeah.
Here's a
All you gotta do is
here's
know
a thing
people.
where it gets really murky and you can let your mind wander. Any of the companies she was raising money for didn't need her as the intermediary. Meaning, if you're Uber, the soccer team in New England or in England that is getting purchased, you can get to the Saudi royal family through bankers, through anyone. So why is she the intermediary?
Because she has a brilliant, naturally gifted finance brain.
Yeah, she's a genius.
Man, this is
but
wild.
I'll tell you where it gets even wilder, where the story just goes totally chaos.
Okay.
She is originally from Sarasota, California, which is up north. She grew up in her neighborhood next to a Saudi family, very wealthy Saudi family, and the daughter was a friend of hers. Before 9/11, the family left and then was never able to come back. And apparently, the reason why they couldn't come back is that one of the hijackers was staying at this person's house.
Her relative?
Like, not this woman. This woman's childhood friend
Yeah.
in Sarasota
Got it.
housed
One of the 18?
hijackers.
Oh boy.
I mean, now the story gets like, I got conspiracy ideas here everywhere.
I mean, I don't even know which one to start with.
Yeah.
I can think of 10 off the
Yeah,
top
because
of my head.
like Jewel doesn't need her to get to the Saudi money.
I mean, I can't even guess now. Now it's not just 35-year-old hot chick that finessed her way into some weird thing. Now she's a terrorist?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like this is a plot out of Homeland.
this is Homeland.
Oh, this is a Homeland, 2020 Instagram
Yeah.
version. Like if they tried to get more modern.
Yeah, I mean, like, she met all these people working the Dubai Film Festival in 2005. What was going on?
2005. That
In
was,
1 year, she met all those people?
Yeah.
that was 15 years ago. She
Yeah.
was 20.
Yeah.
Listen,
what was
I
she
just got
doing at
back
the
from-
Dubai Film Festival at 20?
Dubai wasn't Dubai in 2005, let me tell you.
Yeah. This story, not that it's anywhere near the same case, but it has a very feeling of the $1 billion whale, Jeffrey Epstein vibes. Like, this is going to start.
It's a book in the making.
What's
This
the
is
girl?
a-
What was the book about the poker player girl? Incredible
Molly's-
game.
Molly's Game.
Yeah.
Incredible
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I want to see one of those about her.
Yeah. I bet you this story, the people that are tied into this story is going to be nuts.
Gosh, but this is probably you'll probably never hear about it again.
No, I think this has legs.
You think?
This has so many like
It's
juicy
very
pieces.
sexy. It's very sexy.
And-
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, go on our Instagram.
Quite
You'll
frankly,
see.
yeah.
Look at that. You have Kardashians.
Yeah.
You have Saudi money, which is just glorified
Yeah.
at this point, right? You
Mayoshi
have
Son.
Mayoshi Son SoftBank.
Yeah.
You have Jewel.
Yeah.
You have Uber. You have
Yachts.
Travis Kalanick. You have yachts.
Yeah. It's hot.
It's hot content.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
a
well-
monster story.
I'll read the book or watch the movie, whatever you want to give me. Give me a good podcast about it, whatever.
Should we just take it over?
Yeah, we should
There was
pitch
a
this.
lot of Jolo pods that went viral.
Yeah, we could take this to William Morris probably and,
Yeah. What's going on?
get some backing.
She's producing a documentary right now about Saudi Arabia hosting a Formula E electric car race.
Saudi's a hotbed for influencers right now, by the way. You're an influencer, you get a free trip to Saudi. That's a fact.
Taylor?
I'm not even being I'm
I
not
think-
exaggerating.
From what I've heard, it's been a hotbed, but they weren't influencing.
Got it.
It's been a lot of weird travel to Saudi Arabia over the years.
No, I'm saying like official Instagrammers make Saudi.
But that's what
A
they want
tourist destination.
they want to make it look.
Yeah.
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 Well, hey, good for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, let's talk about another TV person making big moves. Caruso-Cabrera,
Yeah.
former CNBC anchor,
Yep.
is stepping up to challenge the woke's favorite woker,
Yeah.
AOC,
I like it.
for Congress. So, what's going on? Is she also a wokey? Is it
No.
woke on woke violence here, or what's
No,
going on?
she's pretty liberal. I've been watching her on TV for years.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she's giving AOC a run for her money, I think it's good. I mean, like, people like AOC get too much power if no one can test them.
Imagine if AOC got knocked out.
That'd be great.
I mean,
That
imagine.
would be
It actually would probably be the best thing that ever happened to her because her podcast media career would be way larger.
I agree. If she got knocked out in a close, heated race,
No, that's
left
bad.
politics, and every network would hire her instantly.
She would be huge. Look at the freaking Pod Save America guys. I mean, I know it's not totally similar, but what I'm saying is like, you would probably think like Obama being out of office for those guys at the time was probably like, okay, what are you going to do now? Like second
Yeah.
chapter, this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Those guys are just literally bathing in cash.
Yeah.
She could probably make more of an impact just as a personality
Maybe.
than in Congress just yelling stupid questions at Mark Zuckerberg.
And saying, I mean, she has a direct quote from her. If you made $1 billion, you stole it.
That's a quote.
Yeah.
Straight up. Great. Okay. Let's get you a podcast, AOC. Let's get out of that pesky little Congress thing, you know? Come on. Okay. You guys want to talk about sports for a second?
Sure.
I have a big sports story that has nothing to do with an actual court or field of any sort.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade's son, Zaya, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is young. How old is Zaya?
12.
12.
Well, he was Zion.
Zion.
Oh, now,
Now
she's
she's
Zaya.
Zaya.
I totally apologize. I know that's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
So Zaya is now Dwayne Wade's daughter because his 12-year-old is trans. They officially came out about it in a video.
D Wade was on Ellen talking about it.
D-Wade was on Ellen talking about it. I feel like I could literally feel the feeling of like I'm just tiptoeing across thin ice. So I'm going to pass it to you guys.
Well, obviously, you're
potato.
passing it to me.
Hot potato.
Anand's
You
not gonna
take it.
speak on it.
You take
I'd love
it.
to speak on it.
Go ahead. Who wants to? Let's play a game of who
I
wants to
think-
get canceled.
I think it's ludicrous. Not the fact that their child is transgender. I just don't understand. Like, it's a 12-year-old child.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be the center of media attention. Fucking stupid. Like, already being a 12-year-old is like, I think to me, that age between like 12 and 15 is so hard for kids to go through anyways.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, he or she's having this identity crisis, which is, God, I can't even imagine what that's like.
Yeah, when I was 12, I was a Native American named Kicking Bird.
Is that serious?
Did you brown face too?
Yeah.
No.
We got Mr. Pfaff. Do we have any brown
Don't you do that
face?
to me.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. That's racist towards my people. But I wore feathers and so 12's a
I
weird
think there's some
age.
brown face.
It was never brown.
But I think it's like, I still honestly can't comprehend a 12-year-old going through that. Like, I mean, as a 12-year-old, I don't like remember having those thoughts
Yeah.
about sexuality like that at all. So that in itself, I don't understand, but whatever, let's just accept that. I don't understand why the parents need to go on fucking Ellen and do videos and give their child more unneeded attention.
Yeah.
Like, you're a minor. Like, live a private life and go through life the way you need to go through it. Why are you like,
But I'm sure they think like we need to use our platform to bring awareness because a lot of young people deal with this.
Yeah, and I also think
I agree with you, but I'm just saying.
If you hear Zaya talk, she's precocious, meaning like she's very sophisticated for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Like very thoughtful about the way she even explained what she was going through and how she wants to live her life. And then you couple that with her parents who are very public facing, and they probably said like, do you want to like bring this to public? She probably said yes. And
she's 12, she
12,
doesn't
you don't
know.
know.
but I do think they're bringing awareness to, especially like D-Wade's macho athlete, alpha, type A, killer basketball player, accepting his 12-year-old to being trans is actually like a moment of like, you would never think that would happen.
But here's my question. Are they using Zaya? It's at Zaya's expense for her actual experience in the world
yeah.
so that D-Wade looks like the macho athlete
Sympathetic
that's
person
accepting.
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
You could
that's
do
a
it
separate
privately, is my
discussion.
point.
But they've been at parades where they've insinuated that this was the case, and so that's already been public. So this was the official.
Yeah, I just don't understand as a parent why unnecessarily put, like, they don't need money. They're rich.
but
like,
they could be like, we're using our platform to make other parents who are going through this.
I just
I
hope
feel like you might do that at the expense of your kid who doesn't
Yeah.
know enough about what the outcome of that will be to choose.
Do you understand the attention this child is going to get now for the rest of her life? That's insane. Like, do you want to be that figure? Like, look at the burden this 12-year-old has now. You're the face of like teenage transgender children at 12.
I'll tell you what, though, the offers are probably flying in. I mean, I'm talking TV shows, makeup lines. Just saying.
Probably, but I'm just saying, like, why put your 12-year-old through that?
I totally agree.
But that's, I mean, it's a little like a different level, I guess. But that's any parent that's sending their
But that's
12-year-old
different.
to public facing.
No, but those people need it because they see an opportunity and they're exploiting it for money. I get that.
So they're exploring this for awareness and acceptance.
I worry that they might be, number one, you're choosing as an adult to use your kid to bring awareness to an issue that she can't make a real decision on. Like, we don't let you drive until 16, right? Buy alcohol. We do all of those things because you can't
Handle
choose
that.
for yourself how to handle situations. So to choose this one because you decided that you're going to use your kid to bring awareness just seems a little dangerous.
Selfish, yeah.
And it also seems like part of the story could be that it's a good media angle for Dwayne to look like
Wow,
the
you
bi-
Dwayne'd him.
I Dwayne'd him.
yeah.
What about the opportunity costs, right? What if they don't publicly, talk about this? Wouldn't it then look like they don't accept it?
Sure, but my point is, who cares? It's still going back to you serving your own public image at the expense of your kid. So you deal with it for what's best for your kid. Who cares what the world says? To look like you're accepting is once again serving yourself and your own perception in the world at the expense of someone who can't make that decision.
Sure.
And that's what would worry me, because either way, I don't really see how this plays out, that it's like, no, trust me, she was really adamant about it. She's 12, like, let her figure it out. There's obviously a lot going on. This isn't like, oh, she got her ears pierced.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on. And like, not to jump into a lane that I know nothing about, but like, depression rates, suicide rates, those things in the trans community are already extremely high.
Now you have attention thrown on it.
Now you have all that stuff. It just seems very reckless, no pun intended.
Yeah, look at the messages she's probably going to get from like adult trans people. And like you bear that burden as a 12-year-old. It's fucking nuts.
You know what people say to 12-year-old trans people on Twitter?
You don't want to know.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, we're going to skate right out of this scot-free into some ads. Hopefully someone still wants to sponsor us. Okay. Next up, let's talk about Airbnb.
Someone that probably can't afford to sponsor us.
No. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe they can, because it looks like money means nothing over there. So maybe give us a couple mil. It won't even make a dent.
It won't.
It looks like Airbnb went from profitable.
$200 million of profit a year ago for the first 9 months of the year.
And they said, wait a minute, this isn't right.
No.
This isn't the path to success.
No.
We got to burn some freaking money quick.
Light it on fire.
What's the new numbers?
Lost $322 million.
There
That's
we
a
go.
delta.
Let's take it public.
522. You know what? You're public now.
Sounds like an IPO to me.
You guys are a fiscal disaster.
Yeah.
Go public.
You have all the right, checking all the right boxes. What happened? They tried to expand, or what happened how do you turn that so quick?
I think they reached their peak. Like of the business they were running, they were growing so fast, and then all of a sudden there's this whole universe of people that aren't ready to Airbnb. There's a lot of young people that Airbnb everywhere they go. Mm-hmm. Older people, I would say, still use hotels because every hotel I go to is fucking sold out. Uh-huh. So I think there's still a hotel market, and I think Airbnb now is like, how do we get those people now to stay with us? And I don't think they figured that out yet. I think they built this incredible business, an incredible brand, but they got ahead of themselves like everybody else.
And similar to everyone else, their valuation got ahead of what their numbers were, so they kept trying to grow into the valuation.
Yeah.
And when they were growing at all costs, you have a $520 million swing year over year. Airbnb was the one symbol of, okay, this is how a business, fast-growing, highly valued, should be run. They were profitable while Uber was losing money, while Lyft was losing money, while all these companies were losing money. And then they just kept trying to grow because competition's come, because there's now many well-funded competitors in the exact same space that are just burning cash. Yeah. So they're forced to burn more cash to try to keep marketplace. And it's just really sad to see.
Yeah.
Because they were a really well-run company that was growing. Maybe they shouldn't have been worth $35 billion when they were.
You're actually sad? Who gives a fuck?
No, it's sad. Just like, I don't care about.
It's
like
the term. It's sad.
But you're saying you're sad.
No, I'm saying it is sad.
Okay, they are a sad state.
Yes.
So you're not like sad.
No.
You're not like listening to R&B music.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm just saying, like, it was a well-run, highly
taking baths at home. Like, I miss the well-run Airbnb. That seems like something Anand could be capable of. Anand, what's wrong today? Well,
I'll be missing.
I mean, if I was an early investor of Airbnb, I'd be pretty sad.
What'd you say?
If I was an early investor of Airbnb, I'd be pretty sad.
Yeah, but I mean, what?
They'll still get out. So they were supposed to do a direct listing this March, which is in 20 days. And now they've pushed it back, 6 to 9 months.
And you're going to see the same theme in a bunch of topics today and in the next probably 3 months. They're also blaming it on coronavirus.
That's BS. Coronavirus.
China bookings are way down. Who the fuck in China was using Airbnb?
Forget that. This is the first 3 quarters of 19.
Yeah. We're talking about 2019.
I don't care if your business was 100% China.
Corona.
Maybe they spotted it first.
Yeah.
It wasn't this poor doctor that they...
They had Corona and Airbnbs a year ago.
Yeah, they were first on it. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, listen, I have a feeling...
They'll get out.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They'll get out. It'll just be much less valuation. It'll be below their last round.
But this will be talked about like a complete success in a few months.
Yeah.
However long.
We'll see.
Okay. You want to talk about what's not being confused for a success? SoftBank's newest brick.
Yep.
Brandless.
Yeah.
They're shutting their doors.
Companyless.
Companyless. Another one bites the dust over there at SoftBank.
I'm pretty sure I said like 6 months ago, if you work at a SoftBank
did.
company, start looking for a job.
I think you said that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I will continue to say that because they don't know what they're doing. And they gave this company Brandless, which for people that don't know what it is, it's like the idea of like making low-priced home goods. I think they started with like nothing over $3, like soaps and deodorants and shit like that, right?
Yep.
And then they branched out into a bunch of categories, all which they were losing money on. Like the first purchase, every single order they were losing money on, spending crazy amounts of money, bad margins, and they were priced in a no man's land. They weren't cheap as the dollar store, but they were more, they weren't a premium product. And their thesis was that people didn't care about brands. Millennials don't care about brands. They just care about the right product at the right price and blah, 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 blah. That is the dumbest fucking notion I've ever heard. At the grocery store, it's all brands, and then there's private label that grocery stores do that is effectively their lowest margin, the lowest priced option for those that don't care about brands. And you can't beat a Costco. The biggest player of Brandless is Kirkland. Like at Costco, they already won. They won that category. Don't like compete with them. And then you're trying to ship these items with free shipping. It made no sense to begin with. These guys torched $300 million in 2 years.
Sounds like they should have went public. I think they made the wrong decision.
Yeah, they're a joke.
Yeah.
Their whole company's a joke, and I'm glad to see it go.
You're not sad.
Let me tell you.
You're going to be bumping Drake and Future tonight.
Okay.
Life is good.
Hot take on that for a second.
Yeah.
The people at Brandless, do you automatically write off everyone there? Because I'd imagine there's a ton of really phenomenal employees that know what they're doing, that have the right resources. How do you then, if you have that on your resume, do you take it off?
Yeah, it's like it's an equivalent of, would you hire a banker that worked at Lehman Brothers?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe. Yeah.
I have plenty of competent friends that worked at Lehman Brothers when the fall happened. It wasn't they weren't the ones driving the fall.
I don't trust them.
I don't trust them.
Well,
I'm not hiring them, just so you know.
I think
These people who chose to work there?
No, but the C-level team,
Off with their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to go.
The C-level team was driving all these bad decisions, raising unnecessary capital, lighting it on fire, running their company to the ground, and burning LPs' monies.
I want to...
I'd say take it off your resume.
I would say take it off for 1 year.
No, I don't think so.
1 year.
3 years of experience with digital marketing. Yeah.
What company? I can't tell you the
Let
brand.
me tell you what. It was
Because it's
actually Brandless. Yeah, you actually just put no brand.
No brand. And I'm like, what company is that? We had no brand.
There was no really
We
brand.
just thought people wanted a no branded peanut butter.
Yeah.
They don't want Jiffy or Skippy or the brands we all grew up on.
And when you did a price comparison, you could find everything cheaper on Amazon. So there was literally no reason to go on
Well, that
Brandless.
I think is what they're blaming. The downfall is Amazon.
Yeah.
That's
but
what they're
Amazon
saying.
existed before. I hate people who like build these businesses and are like, we're gonna slice away this part from Amazon. No, you're gonna slice your wrist after Amazon kicks your ass.
Yeah, and Bezos will be at the next party.
Yeah. Bezos is gonna keep dancing all over your fucking grave. That's what they're gonna do.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. How about Hollar? This is just a depressing. Is this winners losers?
This is
This
D's
is like-
this is
greatest
all losers.
episode.
No
D's
content, no
greatest
winners.
episode.
These are companies that when they came out, it irked me that quote unquote smart people gave them money for these ideas. Hollar wanted to do the dollar store on the internet. Here's the problem. It doesn't cost $1 to ship anything.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Fundamental problem.
Dumb. 70 million torched into the ground.
Hollar.
Yeah. It's a Ja Rule fucking company.
at least we're seeing companies wind down rather than just go public.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. This is the outcome you want.
Yeah, it is. It is because it
Could be
cleanses. It cleanses bad ideas. It cleanses the notion that you can just do anything you want and like people will keep financing you.
Yeah.
And Hollar was one of those things. It's a similar thing. I think the biggest house of cards in this Hollar Brandless kind of like low priced items is Wish. Wish is a biggest pile of shit I've ever seen in my life. They literally are selling.
You might have stepped in it.
Yeah,
in
you might have
Paris.
stepped in.
I stepped
see
in a pile of Wish.
I see some Wish on the bottom of your shoe. There.
Wish is a company that's connecting Chinese factories and their goods to American
Well,
consumers.
good luck now. Not
Okay,
good
that-
for the coronavirus.
And guess what? If you're looking for anything fake, that is what you buy through Wish.
Yeah.
So they're essentially just selling fake shit. You want to fake anything you can buy through
So
Wish.
Wish was the darling of Silicon Valley, I would say probably 2-3 years ago. You don't hear anything about them right now, and I don't know.
Is it? Are they still the Lakers
sponsor-
jerseys?
Yeah, they got the Lakers jerseys.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good-
I wish they didn't do that.
I always just think it's Make-A-Wish.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be they're a nonprofit.
Yeah,
There's no way
Wish,
they're
but they're
making
not
it.
really helping anyone.
Yeah, they're not helping anybody.
Okay.
But that to me, like these businesses they never made sense. And there was no model on earth. They thought the AOV would be so high of a dollar store that you could make money on shipping.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, how stupid are these people?
Yeah, I don't... Listen, I got another stupid one to talk about, I guess, if you guys want to.
Yeah,
What's going on with Under Armour?
they stink.
They stink,
Yeah.
like your feet.
Yeah.
That's what you call
you-
the no sock thing. It's called the Under Armour. What? Their stock is having some trouble? What's going on?
I mean, they're taking a bath. They are also. I was listening to their call today. They also blame coronavirus.
Coronavirus in 2
Already.
weeks. None of these quarters have been
No,
affected.
you know what? Their clothes look like they have coronavirus. That is their real problem. They make the ugliest shoes and clothes, and they've finally caught up to them.
They should make sweat-proof masks.
Yes.
You know, use that thing you made all your stupid, original, groundbreaking shirts with.
Yeah.
Make some masks.
I swear, Under Armour is the biggest ball drop
they
like
had
of
it.
all time. They had every hot athlete.
Yeah, but they
Well-
had the worst product. on
Right, I
earth.
know. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't-
They had ASAP Rocky.
It's
ASAP Rocky,
Steph Curry.
and The
Steph
Rock.
Curry, you know
Tom
what?
Brady.
Steph Curry, arguably the most likable athlete
Ever.
globally for a good 3-year period.
Yeah.
Forget most popular or best athlete. He was just kind of small, family guy. People can relate to him. Soft spoken.
Whites loved them.
Oh yeah.
The whites.
Yeah.
It's almost a social experiment. Like, can the biggest celebrities in the world sell shit product?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
No, they can't. And it's crazy that they were in this space. And I think this is a challenge because they're based in Baltimore and they were not surrounded. Like when Adidas was coming hard into America and all these companies went and set up in Portland. Why? All the talent in the world for footwear design and the athletic apparel was in Portland because they're all former Nike people. And Under Armour was sitting in Baltimore like, yeah, we're from Maryland, whatever. Like, no, you fucked up. Like, you should have gone to Portland.
And it was it was a good story. Like the
Yeah.
creation of Under Armour.
It was
a
an
great
amazing story. And that they actually penetrated Nike and Adidas in a real way.
Yeah.
And they didn't invest in product. And now their challenges are most of their retail footprint is an outlet. Most people buy Under Armour on discount, not full price. And it's
Maybe they also just went after the wrong athletes. Like go after like NASCAR drivers as opposed to Steph Curry. Go after a Bass Pro fishing guy. Is that their customer?
but it
Also,
wasn't
the
original.
product was shit and the brand means nothing.
Yeah.
Brandless. They're freaking brandless.
Yeah, and guess what? They're going away.
Kirkland has more of a brand than Under Armour.
I think Kirkland is a very valued brand.
Yeah, I
Look at
agree.
Pete. Pete's like Kirkland.
Big Kirkland guy.
vodka.
Kirkland.
Yeah.
Aren't there Kirkland peanuts too?
Everything Kirkland. It's Costco. They literally do everything. Underwear,
Look
peanuts.
at Pete looking at me in disgust.
Yeah, how dare you?
I'm telling you, that's a
How dare
brand.
you speak about Kirkland this way?
Kirkland, people would defend Kirkland. No
I'm
one's defending Under
feeling the
Armour.
wrath of Pete.
Well, I bet you there's some people at some Trump rallies that would defend Under Armour. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's not a big brand there.
It's such a fumble. I can't believe they dropped the ball.
Okay. All right, and then here's another one. So this one isn't really anyone's fault, at least as far as I know. But we talked about Harry's, the razor maker, potentially being acquired by Schick, and that it was maybe going to get blocked due to antitrust things and whatever. It looks like it's not going to go through.
Yeah. And
You're telling me anyone really gives that much of a shit about Like, of all the things going on in the world and all of the massive, massive companies, we're worried about Schick.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
And I'll tell you who cares. Okay. The company that was about to buy that pile of shit was like, you got to get me out of here.
Yeah. You think they blew the whistle on themselves?
Hit up your buddy in the government.
No, hit up your lobbyists. They must have crazy lobbyists under payroll.
Because Harry's was shit?
I just think they got cold feet. Put it like this. The stock went up 20% today because the deal fell apart.
Let me tell you.
It's great for business.
When this story resurfaced in the last week, I forgot Harry sold for $1.5 billion. I was like, holy shit, they got lucky. They got out before everything's correcting at this point, right? In D2C at least. So now that company at $1.5 billion, they at the time weren't profitable. They're certainly not now. And now they thought they were all rich. Because you announce an acquisition, typically it's like 3 months to close.
And it's usually a lock.
You really have to do something, either they find something improper in your information or something like this happens. No way in a million years they thought a $1.5 billion acquisition. How much do you think Harry's business was doing? A couple $100 million?
250.
No way a $250 million revenue business is capturing the audience of the FTC to break this acquisition up. Yeah. $250 million is peanuts.
And let's say I'm wrong and it's 350.
Sure, whatever. Yeah. It would have to be like 20 billion.
Yeah.
Like
T-Mobile and Sprint, no one said a word.
No. Procter and Gamble bought Gillette.
Yeah.
What was that, a $50 billion, $60 billion acquisition?
Yeah. Okay. Well, great move then. Let's celebrate the people over at Schick. Yeah. We're talking about a well-run business. Yeah. Here's your example.
They figured it out.
Sometimes you got to call the police on yourself.
Yes. Dry snitch. What's the opposite of dry snitch? Snitching.
Self-snitch.
Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Good stuff.
And we have breaking news. Andrew Yang is officially out of the presidential race.
Yang Gang.
Yang Gang has been put to bed.
So no one's getting their $1,000.
No. Who's Chappelle gonna go for now?
Oh yes,
Bernie. Chappelle will go Bernie.
Yeah, maybe.
Damn. Later, Yang Gang.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
He's gonna be rich too now.
I think Yang Gang can actually finally be rich because he has no money. This is a great opportunity for. He has done something I thought was pretty impressive. He's built like a national following,
coming from nothing.
From nothing. Really, Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah. And Breakfast Club.
Yeah. He should start a podcast tomorrow about politics.
YouTube showed everything. Do it all. He should basically do the pod save, be the insider of what's going on in the Democratic nomination process, talk shit about everyone, expose everyone, what's really going on behind the scenes, who's a crook, who's not, who's lying.
Yeah. Plus, everyone thinks he's a billionaire, and also everyone thinks he was about to give him $1,000. So he's on their good side.
Yeah. If you thought you were getting $1,000 from this guy, why not?
I might start running on like, hey, listen, guys. If this happens, I'll give you all $1,000. Hey, sorry, it didn't work out, but I had your best intentions.
Basically, the Scott's Tots of,
What's
Pete
that?
Like that one.
I don't even know what that is.
It's an episode from The Office where Michael Scott promises. He promises elementary school kids that if they get into college, he'll pay their tuition.
Yeah.
And then the 10 years later, when they're all 18 years old.
Yeah.
He still has the same mid-manager job that he has at the paper company, and he just assumed that by then he'd be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And so he has to walk into the class and tell all these kids that he actually can't afford
to
pay their tuition.
Yang Gang.
Unfortunately, that's the Yang Gang.
Gang Gang.
Okay. Okay, guys, it is time for As Seen on Social. It's time to let the audience know one interesting thing that we have seen anywhere in the social media world over the last week.
Okay.
D, what do you got?
So it's an article I read on Bloomberg about Robinhood. It's called The TikTok Trader. Robinhood is aggressively been advertising on TikTok, whose average age is probably like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. And Chinese or Indian.
Yeah. And the company is trying to argue that, we really want to engage with younger and less influent investors, and TikTok's a great tool for that. And there's just things like there's weird meme TikToks that are happening, like that Akko Taco moment when your mom walks in on you putting 75% of your paycheck into your Robinhood stocks portfolio. This is scary because young people are starting to invest heavily on TikTok. I mean, on Robinhood. I guess on TikTok too. And it's obviously working because Robinhood keeps spending money there. And the list of most popular stocks on TikTok, number 1,
Tesla.
Aurora Cannabis.
Okay. Just as
Yeah, crazy.
That's even crazier, actually.
And number 2 is Microsoft, so that's good.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Snap.
I'm shocked Microsoft. What young kid knows anything about Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
I guess that
Bill Gates.
yeah, let's be
Bill Gates
billionaires.
money. I
That
bet
Bill
you if you
Gates-
search
They watched
hashtag
the
Bill Gates
Mind of Bill Gates on Netflix. They're hyped up.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it's concerning on many levels because young people don't watch sports. So when I was 18, 19, I would sign on to Bovada or anything and gamble on sports.
Yeah.
And I have no edge. I'm just a sports fan. And I think similarly, these young people need some juice.
Yeah.
And they're like, I love Elon, Tesla, Spiegel's the man. And
Yeah.
they're just betting. It's no
Yeah.
different than gambling.
No, it isn't.
No,
That's why
not
it's
at all.
scary.
Well, that's why it's scary when we talk about these companies that go public that are actually trash but recognizable.
Yeah.
You know how many little fit TikTokers bet on Peloton?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not betting on anything other than recognizability.
Yeah.
Snap, that's your big bet.
Yeah.
Idiots. Go do a
At least
dance.
whoever figured out Microsoft, hats off.
Hats off to the guys that
They
guys
did,
and
the
gals that did-
TikTokers who did Microsoft, you guys really killed it.
I mean,
good
there's
for you.
professionals that went to Ivy League schools and got MBAs invested in Brandless and Hollar.
yeah.
A lot of
And they get paid millions of dollars to
And they're
invest in these
going to
companies.
continue to get paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Regardless if these companies wind down.
Yeah,
That's
with
the
the
hustle.
TikTokers.
You know what? If I ever become a billionaire, I'm going to give $100 million to a TikToker.
That's like the Yang Gang of TikTok. Robin Hood.
I'll give you $100 million fund. Can you beat? You can invest in anything you want. You want to invest in other TikTokers. You want to invest in.
Yeah, that's the move. If I was one of these little business-minded TikTokers, I'd be raising a fund with all the poppin' TikTokers.
Yeah.
Like, let me manage your money.
Yeah.
I'm the Microsoft guy. Don't bet Spiegel. I'm Gates. You know?
Hey, he's 1 for 1.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anand?
I'm going to need Taylor's help on this one. So, the Broomstick Challenge. Can you come over here and explain what it is?
you're
I
so
saw it
old.
all over social.
You're old. You're like, I know this is something that we need
I
to
know
talk
it's
about, but
relevant.
I'm not sure what's going
But
on.
I don't want to misinform, but I know it's relevant.
Okay, boomer. So pretty much.
That was a perfect.
Yeah, okay, boomer.
There it is. That's good.
Damn it.
I guess NASA pretty much said today is the one day where you could stand a broom straight up and it will stand.
Yeah.
So everyone wanted to put that on social and everyone started posting, look, oh my God, my broom stands up.
NASA started it?
But
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
But allegedly, it can stand up anytime.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not a scientist. Well, probably have to defer to Pete on that.
At any time.
I mean, wow.
Allegedly.
But it went viral. It was trending for a good 24 hours, and everyone had pictures of brooms.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand what was
Even
going
Future.
on.
Yeah, what
Really?
I've heard is
Even
that
Future had, like, a
it
cool-ass
happens. You could do it any day, and so it was just people thought that it was that one day because of the rumor that NASA said it was the one day a year you could do it,
It's a great marketing moment for NASA if they actually did that.
or for brooms.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting the credit, so
Yeah.
screw
I'm
it.
sure a lot of idiots went and bought brooms.
Okay,
Yeah.
fresh off NASA's Twitter page, they have an astronaut and a scientist saying, "Hey, showing that basic physics works every day of the year, not just February 10th."
Yeah, I would imagine.
Dummies.
Freaking.
Because there was a good meme I saw. It was like, China's in panic.
Yeah, I posted, that's what I posted.
Coronavirus, and Americans are just thinking,
That's good. That is America. Yeah.
They're just like people screaming in Wuhan.
I want to do a
And then we're just
pic.
putting fucking
Yeah.
brooms in
You could do a photo that's 2020 so far that would just be like just surrounded by brooms with a mask on.
Yeah.
You know, like you could do like the funniest holding a burnt koala. You know?
Jesus.
I'm just saying, dude.
Shit's
Just
happening.
saying, go buy a stuffed koala, take a little Bic lighter to it.
Oh God. There was
I'm saying
there was
I
a
wanna
great
light
meme
koala.
yesterday that said 2020 was a long year, but we made it.
Yeah, no shit. Josh, you got one or no?
No.
No worries, man. How about those new shoes? Is all
Apollo.
those on
Everyone's
social?
posting Apollos.
Apollo, that's what you saw.
Yeah,
on
that's what
social.
you got to see on social. Oh, we had this really awesome. So the face of the Apollo campaign is this guy TC. He's an influencer based in Las Vegas. That his entire thing is space, and he owns like a few like astronaut grade suits. And he's an unbelievable content creator. So we had him, we sent him the shoes, and he just went all over Death Valley and all the areas in the desert and basically shot really incredible content. But this guy's worth checking out.
I would have him redo the campaign with the broom.
I agree.
It's pretty good.
And just make up that you started it.
Yeah.
They got confused. It wasn't NASA. It was just because of your new logo.
Right. It was New Republic, actually. It's good.
Okay, mine, once again, because I am, the higher end content guy of the group,
Yep.
is there's this video, and it's pretty much been all over the internet now, but I first saw it on 50 Cent's page. Incredible publisher of content.
Yeah, he is.
Of a stripper
Okay.
falling off a pole from about 20 feet up.
Wow.
Did you see this?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show it to you because it's worth talking about. This chick fell off of a pole doing her strip dance, 15, 20 feet up, ate so much shit, and then continued just twerking. Like, I think just like her instinct was like just twerk and
Keep it
pretend like
going.
everything's all good. Then the video got so much traction. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
And just kept going.
Do strippers get workers' comp?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I think they're $10.99, aren't they?
You're still covered under workers' comp for 1099.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she ate so much shit, and then it got so much traction that she made like a video, like a testimonial, like, "Hey guys, I hoped I wouldn't have to address this, but I do." She was like almost in tears. She's like, "I ate shit. I pretty much broke my jaw. I have surgery tomorrow. She had a cut. She got stitches. She's like, I didn't know what else to do. I kept twerking. I walked off."
If she did GoFundMe, she'd raise enough money.
So much money. Yeah.
By the way, have you seen Hustlers?
The show?
J-Lo
The movie, I didn't see
Yes,
it.
yes.
I watched it. It's pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
J-Lo kills it.
Yeah.
Big year for J-Lo.
What?
Big year for J-Lo.
Big year. I would say, yeah, like if you can't be J-Lo, you can at least shoot for the $300 billion Saudi fund girl.
Yeah.
Terrorist woman, If things go a little dark, start harboring some terrorists and try to get in with the Saudis, If everything goes right, you might be performing at Super Bowl. You got till 50.
Who do you think plays her in a movie?
Which one?
The Saudi girl.
Oh, it's a good question.
Lauren Sanchez.
No, she's young. 35.
35. Who plays? Maybe
Sophia
J-Lo.
Bush.
I would say what the movie's not for at least under 3 years. She's got to get caught up in a few more scandals.
Yeah, but they got to start casting now.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Because she's in the scene of tech and she's investing and she's
Early
there.
Uber investor.
Yeah, she's already. I see her around at all the events. I think she'd be a
good.
great.
Okay. That's all we got.
I think she's my age too, so perfect in age.
Lock her in. There you
I
go.
should be
D.
casting director.
over
Yeah.
here. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's it, guys. Make sure you check out our newsletter, group-chat.com. Check out our Instagram page, @groupchatpod. Check out these new shit-proof,
Yeah.
what are they called again?
Apollos.
Apollos. Thanks for listening. I don't really know what else to say here.
That's it. I'm hungry.
Okay, D's hungry. So we're going to start a GoFundMe. We're going to get D a
Feed
Trader
D.
Joe's
Gift card?
gift card.
Okay.
So he gets all the everything salt he wants.
But he's got to put it on something.
Pete, I saw you walking around like everything salt and everyone. What was that? Just one of the opinions. What was the general turnout?
I was assaulted.
Assaulted.
Oh, wow.
It's the
okay.
most liked item at Trader Joe's.
Not the cookie butter?
No, this is number one now.
So now D's with the masses.
Yeah. On the salt, I am.
Man of the people.
Yeah.
Pete
I'm a
claims
salt of the earth type of guy.
and everything salt to the earth. Okay, and on that note, we are out of here. Guys, we'll see you Friday.